welcome back. This is Easy Rollers, episode 18 of Amion. The recap from episode 17. Last episode, our band of adventurers travelled to the headland on the other side of the bay to Porthbree. On the journey, they heard tale of a legendary sea creature in the area. Not dissuaded by this, they elected to try their hand at fishing. Doing so with the warning not to chum the water. Of course they did, and what should have been a pleasant boat trip turned into a rather chaotic fishing accident. Luckily, all arrived at the destination with limbs still attached, and they met with the watch commander, Gildane. He asked them to go speak with Robert Runcie, not wishing for any future bloodshed, instead asking for him to leave Porthbree with the bodies of his parents and allow the watch time to do their investigations unimpeded. The party were also made into temporary deputies to aid in this endeavour. Upon their return, they quickly rounded up men of the watch and descended upon the Runcie household once more. After talking their way in, they met with Robert, who, after much discussion, agreed to leave Porthbree and bury his parents as he saw fit, but he would return after a month to seek out answers and get justice for the murders. He also warned the party that he and his crew had been aiming the Bones crew... I'm going to reread that bit. He also warned the party that he and his crew had been arming the Bones crew with black powder in a plot to blow up the government building from below, but he would remove as much as possible before they depart in the morning. Satisfied, the party and the watch leave and retire to the Drunken Fungus, where Albertus met them to congratulate them on their feat of diplomacy, but also warn them he may be leaving soon, as his part to play in his own diplomatic affairs was about to conclude. We find the party the next morning taking breakfast in the lodge, when a knock at the door comes. For sound effects. Episode 18. At the door is Albertus. He wastes no time and lets himself in. He helps himself to coffee and a slice of bread. He sits at the table with you all, and after his hurried scramble for the table, looks up, realises his manners, and he says, "I'm sorry, I'm rather concerned. I heard reports this morning that before leaving the city, not long before sunrise, Robert's lot was seen taking barrels of black powder out of one of the sewer access points close to the dock area. I mean, they've gone now, but what were they doing with it all? Do you know?"
Yeah. They were planning to blow the main, the Parliament up.
What? Blow up the... What you mean the building? The Parliament building?
Yes.
My goodness, this is worse than I thought.
Well, we've resolved it, and he agreed to take it away. We have got a month to get an answer from them.
I see.
At least pin this on someone.
What do you mean, pin it on someone?
Find someone that has caused the murders.
I mean, successfully find out the exact goings-on of the evening, whether it was indeed a tragic accident or something different.
Of course, we don't know at the moment what really happened, do we?
Robert Runcie's not going to take it as an accident.
Well, do you know something that we all don't so far, Rolio?
Not more than we've already told you.
Oh.
But he's going to want someone. He's not going to take this as an accident. From what he said, he doesn't believe this is an accident, so I don't think he's going to take it as an accident. He's not going to come back in a month and be happy with it was an accident.
Well, then I suppose you must find out as fast as possible.
Agreed.
In terms of timescales as well, I'd also point out, I worked it out the other day, this is now 5 days. So you have 2 days remaining until this green dragon arrives in Porthbree. But that's just a side note on timescales. Back to Albertus. Well, look. You say he's coming back in a month. That gives us some time. Agreed?
It does.
Okay. Well, I'm quite concerned about this black powder, and you're saying they wanted to use it to blow up Parliament buildings and such like. I do believe that's where we should focus our attentions.
I mean, he said that he was going to get rid of it all. I've got no reason to doubt him.
How far do we trust the pirate, though?
Well, at least until the end of the street, until he turns the corner. What do you think, little lady?
The thing is, we need to be prepared, because if the murder of his mother was an accident, then he will not believe it. So we will not be able to prove anything. So we need to have a backup plan.
I do have a small request. And I was very busy yesterday evening. So, as I said, sometime during the night and before sunrise, these pirates are seen taking barrels of black powder. How many hours they were at this, I don't know. But I was informed there was something, movements going on early in the morning. And I made some inquiries with the guild who basically service this sewer system. And of course we know the Bones Crew hide out somewhere down there. I was able to get a map from them of the areas that they service, and the one area they don't, because that's where they believe this criminal organisation hangs out, effectively. I have that map, and it will point you to at least the entranceway of where we think they are. If I could persuade you to go and have a look, that would be most appreciated, and report your findings back. But, of course, it is up to you. You have done many favours for me since entering the city.
I think that's within the realm of reasonableness.
Yeah, we can go have a look.
I think we just need to be sure. I think to send watchmen down there is maybe not the best use of resource for the city, but also it's a show of force. And if perhaps you, who I presume are unknown to this faction, arrive, they might not treat you with such, contempt.
We might have to take our badges off.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to be having a meeting with the Bones Crew before we left to our farm?
You had a meeting with them about the missing artifacts from the library, which you found at Slippercocken's, variety shop, let's call it. Shop of Oddities.
Yes.
And you met with a
And then
Goliath man. There was a Goliath man. I don't know if we ever named him, to be honest.
Dave.
It was Dave. It was Dave.
It was Dave. 100% Dave.
All right. Well, you might need to remind me of that later on.
It could help us gather intelligence for our actual core investigation as well. You never know where those investigative paths might lead us.
Yeah.
The choice is yours. And he reaches inside his coat and he pulls out a scroll case, and he opens the top and lays out this map on the table. Maybe clears the way of like a fruit bowl and other bits and bobs that you've got there. And he lays it all out. He says, "This is the map. If you're interested, this particular entranceway here, I do have a map. This is now you'll cast your mind back because we skipped a session due to illness. I did say bring a pencil and paper because you might want to trace your way through. He provides you with a map, and this is the known sewer. The other part is also known, but no one's been down there in a long time. So this map only includes the known sewer, and I'm not going to make you make investigations and checks and that to get through it. I'm just going to say you make your way through, and I'm going to get to that point where you go into the unknown section. I have a map for that. I'm not sharing it with you. That's for you guys to theatre of the mind it, because it'd be much more interesting as we're not using a VTT for Fog of War. So, yes, he presents this map to you, and he just says, this is the map, and this is the entranceway. It's down on the docks. It's the same entrance that the pirates were using, Robert's pirates were using to extract the black powder from. How they got it in there in the first place, without anyone noticing, I don't know. It could have probably been during that period of disorder when they blocked off that entire area, and they must have got in there then when no one could actually witness them doing it. But this is the map, and he points out, he says, this is the entrance way, and this way, if you follow that, blah, 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 you go this way, you go that way, and you end up at this doorway, and it's an old way. We've rerouted the canal of water and all that sort of stuff. Yes, and that's what the information he provides you with is. He also will tell you that if required, no, I don't think it's wise, but if required, I do have 3 watchmen at my disposal. They are kind of my personal escorts. I could make them yours if you wanted to. But you're probably better off trying to sneak in there rather than going barreling in and causing a show of force. Again, a point of detail I'll leave up to you.
I mean, do you have like a policeman's whistle or something, so if you get into real dick, we can, give them a quick peep?
I'm not sure. Well, I suppose if they went with you up to the point of the unknown area, I suppose if they hung around there and you could give them some signal, they might come in. But who knows how far in that might be? It might be too far that they might not hear you or get you in time.
I mean, by policeman's whistle, I could be referring to a sending stone or something like that.
Or a message or something. Yeah.
Well, I suppose we could speak to the mages and see what we can find out.
It'd have to be a mage you could trust to keep it quiet, you mind?
Yes, quite so. All right, well, if you're keen, I will have one of my guards or the watchman go up to the college and see if they can obtain sending stones. And how about we say, if you're keen, around noon, meet at the dock entrance. The watchman will be there and they will provide you with the necessary equipment, should they be able to get it. How about that?
That sounds grand. Sort of in the back room of the pub or something. Nothing too public,
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, I shall make the arrangements then. I bid you all a good morning, and report back to me when it's all done.
Right, so are you two all right with that idea?
Yes, I'm happy.
Yeah.
With that, he will nod and he will stand up and he will vacate your cottage.
Good. Right. Is there anything we need to do before noon? Apart from maybe give the butler a kicking.
I've got to take some books back to the library.
You got what?
Take some books back to the library.
Oh, yes, you don't want those overdue fines hanging over your head, though. Come and beat your kneecaps out of your ears.
I reckon they will. I wanted to get some more books as well. So it's fine.
Those librarians can be right vicious sods when they get going, I tell you.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the library.
You're going to go to the library. No problem. That's fine. I knew I should have sent across the... for podcasts, this won't affect you, but for YouTube, you may have seen in the previous video, we get black screens on our cameras when I have to open stuff. So I transferred stuff to my other computer. But one thing I didn't transfer was the Porth Bree document. So you're going to get a black screen again while I bring it up and send it to myself. I'm very sorry for this, but it's all I can do because they're doing stuff that I didn't want them to do.
I'm really sorry.
Oh,
Well, if you will have
know
us having
me.
to wait until noon, we're going to fill the time, aren't we,
Yeah,
Ted?
no, absolutely. That's absolutely fine. I should have anticipated that, but I didn't. Places. Porf Brie.
It's early morning. We can't just sit around drinking beer all morning.
No.
No, you can't sit around drinking beer all morning. Oh, actually, it's not gone
We
black.
can sit around drinking beer all morning.
It hasn't gone black screen because I have got this over the top. Oh, that's good. Okay. I'm still going to send it to myself. Oh, well, maybe, I don't know. I'm still going to send it to myself and just so it's off the way. So we're going, so you're going to make your way up to, where do you want to go first? The library, was it?
Oh, was it?
Let me just, I'll tell you what, I'm going to very quickly get this name rather than mess around with emails. I apologise if this has gone black screen. If you're on YouTube, it won't be for very long.
If it hasn't got black screen, then just close your eyes for a few seconds and you'll get the full effect.
And get the full effect. Yaz Stormshroud, I knew that was her name. I knew it. I just knew it. Yaz Stormshroud is the blue dragonborn female who is the librarian.
Hi there. I'm just I'm bringing back some books.
Oh, you
So
got so you make your way into the library.
Yes.
She's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, is there a bell?
Yeah, there could be a bell on the desk.
Yeah, I'll keep hitting the bell.
Ding 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 ding. No Yaz, but this little kobold comes running out from behind some dusty bookshelf, and he looks very very well dressed actually. He's got like a little jacket on and a little bow tie. He's got really long whiskers, and he's got a monocle. And he comes charging out from behind the thing. Stop. And he comes out and goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
I was looking for Yaz, but I need to return some books and get some new ones. Okay?
"Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, she's not in today."
Oh, okay. Can I just return these books then? Is she back in tomorrow?
Well, she'll be back sometime soon, I suppose. She went on a little break. Talk of a green dragon. She had research to do.
Yeah, well, I've heard about that green dragon.
Yes, well, yes, you can return books. That's fine.
I hand the books back over. What's this? Could you put me in the direction for books for vampires?
Books for vampires or books about vampires?
Bit of
Do I
both.
hear that? I'm there, aren't I?
No, one on my own.
Oh, you yourself. Okay, sorry.
You want a book for a vampire and a book about a vampire?
Yeah, I'll take both.
Interesting. And similar to Yaz, he rushes up a ladder and swizzes himself along the racks. Oh, aisle 15, row J. And he's going through all the books, and he pulls the tome of the littlest vampire. Yes, that sounds like an interesting fictional book. And he tosses it in your direction, similar to what Yaz would do, and expects you to catch it. And books about vampires. And he goes, maybe section 316. Or B. And he whizzes along and in violent bloodsuckers. Here you go. And he tosses that one to you as well.
Nice. Catch them both.
Violent bloodsuckers. And the tale of the littlest vampire. There you go.
Thank you very much.
No
Be
problem.
back in a couple of days.
Yep.
And with that, I depart.
Excellent. So basically, one is a fictional storybook,
Yes.
and the other is a tale written by, I don't know, let's call it a knight from many hundreds of years ago. It's a dusty old tome that no one ever really looks at, and it details. No, we won't call it a knight. We'll call him like a priest who set out to discover the truth about these blood hunters and stuff. And unfortunately, he did come across what he was hunting and narrowly escaped with his life, but maybe succumbed to vampirism himself.
His name is Van Persing.
Van Persing, that is his name.
Person.
What are Gottel and Opal up to?
Stay with Gottel. Are we staying in the inn? In the pub?
I mean, we were saying we could have gone down the pub for breakfast for you, I guess, but yours is in a bottle and mine's in an oil can. So,
Oh yeah, we cannot have breakfast, but we can always drink something other than our oil and.
Oh yes, well, why not? Why not? You never know what you'll pick up.
So,
Yeah.
Stars.
were you off to the Drunken Fungus? Is that your
Well, why not? Why not?
goal?
Yeah.
I believe that somebody in the Drunken Fungus is actually being possessed by an owl.
An owl? How come?
I don't know who.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Hang on, that's a D4. Yeah. Oh God. What's his name? What was his name? Fawcett McNob or Fawcett Knob. Has taken 4 points of
No,
psychic.
he's not Scottish.
4 points of psychic. Oh, I think he did turn out being Scottish, actually, didn't he? But he's taken 4 points of psychic damage.
Have to
Sorry
be
about
careful.
Well, I don't know. He's taken 4 points of psychic damage. I'm just telling jokes. That's my gig.
You arrive at the Drunken Fungus to see Fawcett already leaning over the bar. Oh, my head.
Did you drink a lot?
No, I didn't drink at all last night, actually. This is quite strange, but it does feel like a terrible hangover.
Maybe he just slept a bit funny. These things can hit you quite hard.
I think you're probably right.
Maybe somebody spiked your drink?
Oh, it's entirely possible.
You have to be careful if they are offering you a drink. You
But
never take it.
Well, I was only drinking water last night.
How's that new comic getting on that you took on the other day?
Oh, what was his name? I can't remember his name now. It was an obscure
Phineas Mayhew.
name. Phineas Mayhew. He's improved slightly.
Has he? Well, that's good. Good. Terribly good. I'm glad for him.
He has he's actually due to do a small set this morning, just to get punters through the door. We had a bit of a slow breakfast run at the moment, and we're trying to, pick things up a little bit. Oh, I slipped on the accent there.
Well, that's an idea. Comedy breakfasts are a way forwards.
Well,
Let's hope his materials improved a little.
And what you see is Fawcett will say, "Well, why don't you take a little seat, or we seat over there? I'll bring over some Guinness. Everyone likes a breakfast beer." And you'll notice, and he points, and there's a big long table set out, and it's full of breakfast food: sausages, bacon, eggs. There's some fruit, some exotic-looking fruit from Ventus. There's jugs of juices. There are jugs of ale on there as well. There's coffee, and people are just helping themselves and sitting down. As you see that halfling, I can't remember his description because once again we pulled this out of my backside. We got this fairly respectively dressed halfling. He comes along trying to look his best. Brown curly hair, clean shaven. If that's not the description I gave in the original account of him, I'm sorry, but that's what he looks like now. And he comes up onto the stage, and people are like, there's a few claps, a little bit of a round of applause, not a huge reception for him, but people are like, oh yeah, he's improving now. Oh yeah, he told a cracker the other night. Murmurings among the fishermen who haven't quite gone out yet. And this guy gets up on the stage and he goes, "Morning, everybody. How are we doing? Anyone?"
We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Come on, get your jokes.
And there's a few people that go, "Yeah, go on then. Let's have a joke." And he said, "Well, did you hear about the cartoonist found dead at his home?" Everyone's quiet. Details are sketchy. Anyone?
Well,
No? Oh.
I'm not there.
you're not there. I don't think the comedian is either yet. But it's not bad.
He's rolling her eyes like.
And he points at the buffet and he said, "Here, hey, get this one. Did you hear about the sandwich that walks into a bar? Anyone? No? The barman says, 'Sorry, we don't serve food here.'" Hey!
Oh, that's not bad.
And
That's not bad.
a few people were like, "Oh yeah, good one." Yeah.
Gotti, I think you're better than him. I
Well,
thought
continue.
I support you more.
Off the back of the sandwich joke, though, because he thinks he's onto a winner there, he points back at the buffet and goes, "Hey, have you heard the joke about the butter? I better not tell you, it might spread."
Oh, that's a crummy joke. It's terrible.
And he sort of like bows and said, "Yeah, crummy joke. Very good, sir. Very good. Like to see you do better. Why don't you come on up here, sir? You can have a guest spot."
Well, that's very kind. You know, have you heard of a fella called Robert Runzie?
Who?
Robert Runzie.
No.
Quite a big figure in the pirate community around here.
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, well, how did the pirate get his ships so cheap?
I don't know. How did he get his ship so cheap?
They were on sale.
Hey! And he claps,
Hey!
and people around you start clapping and patting you on the back. He goes, "Oh, I'll tell you what, given the theme here, because we are on the coast, what do you call a seagull that flies over the bay?"
Oh, I know that one. I won't ruin your punchline, though. Go on.
"A bagel!"
Hey! Why not?
Yeah, lovely.
Why not?
And a few of the fishermen do clap and laugh at that one. And he says, "Look, I've got one last one." And he produces something from his pocket, and it's a banana. And he says, "Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana." And he throws it into the crowd. He says, "Thank you very much. I'm here all week." And he comes down off the stage. And a few people do clap and laugh a bit and cheer, but you get the murmurings of, "Christ almighty, he's here all bloody week."
Well, I tell you what, young comedian, you can have one for free. Why was the broom late for work?
And the whole room goes quiet, and in anticipation, they look upon you now. And he's like, "Go on then, why was the broom late for work?"
Tova swept.
"Oh, sir, absolutely fantastic." And he takes you by the hand, and he shakes your hand, and then everyone claps and cheers. Everyone's having a great time. He goes, "Right, thank you very much." And Fawcett nods again. "Right, I suppose I see you... Oh, no, he doesn't speak like that, does he? "I suppose I'll see you tomorrow." As the comedian leaves the bar.
Sorry about that, Fawcett, but I've at least freshened up his material a little tiny bit there for you.
Yes, you did that, and, people had a nice time, and I suppose it's brought in a few extra people. It's paid for this.
It'll bring you more tomorrow if they hear that comedians got some funny jokes,
I would say so.
Oh, it's awfully good, isn't it?
It's awfully good. Oh, I keep breaking into wrong accents with this guy.
But anyway, sorry about that. You can take tablets for that kind of thing,
I think I might need to do that.
Could be a way forwards. Hey. Righty-ho. Yeah. I'm going to drink my Guinness now in the corner. I told my jokes. I only tell 3 jokes for free. Doing more, I expect to get paid for a comedy set. So I do.
Well, you're getting a buffet for free, so I wouldn't get too upset.
I'm not getting upset. I mean, I'm not an educated bard, I only know 25 letters of the alphabet.
Ooh, you're breaking up a bit, Corbs.
He said, I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Oh,
I love that jokes.
Jesus, that's got to go. That's another 4 points to Fawcett. Fawcett falls flat on his back behind the bar, at which point everyone in the bar proceeds to help themselves.
Now that's what they call a breakfast buffet.
Right. Is there any other business to attend to?
No, I would have joined them by now.
I don't know. I've reduced the barman to unconsciousness. I think that's probably enough from me.
Yes, poor old Fawcett's out for the count at the moment.
Opal, you better take over a bit. I better shut up for a bit there,
Opal, she's like a grumpy teenager, when she sits by the corner and looks at you and the comedian with a lot of judgmental looks.
Oh dear.
You've upset our friend.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I think that time skip.
You can skip ahead if you like. Yeah, I mean the breakfast rush turns into a lunchtime rush as Fawcett. No one has tended to Fawcett. He's just lying on the floor, 0 hit points. So everyone's just helping themselves, absolutely fleecing poor old Fawcett. You guys probably realise that it's about time to get moving, and you make your way to the sewer entrance that was marked for you, which is along the dock area on the waterfront. And there's obviously people going about their business. A few refreshed faces. People look happy to know that this pirate lot have moved on. They don't know that it's only for now, but they know that the pirates have moved on. They're quite relieved by that. And you're met by 3 of these watchmen. We've got a young female dwarf, a half-elf, and a half-orc, both male on their part. One is the half-orc is called Rachrok, and the half-elf man is called... what was his name? Where is he?
Definitely Dave.
Do you know what? In the interest of saving time, we'll call him Dave. The half-elf man is called Dave. We've got Rackrock, Dave, and the small dwarven woman who sports quite a lengthy beard, dyed blue, is called Brittlebottom. Brittlebottom Gunforge.
Crack, Dave, Brittlebottom.
And so
carry on this way, we're going to have 90,000 NPCs called Dave.
Oh god. NPCs are the worst, especially when you want to bring them into the party. They produce these stones from the mages, the university, the college, the arcane college, and the Jade Academy, I think we called it, didn't we? Without bringing up the document. Yeah, the half-orc man says, we have got these sending stones. Our instructions are to follow you into the sewer system, but not to go any further than the unknown section. And should you reach trouble, we will do our best to come to you.
Yeah, that sounds same instructions we've got. We head in?
Yeah, let's go.
Excellent. Very kind of you. So,
I'll grab the stones.
Yeah, take the stones. You just, I'd imagine, distribute them out.
Yeah.
They are obviously on loan from the college. They have the sending spell upon them, and you are permitted to use these for this endeavour. And so you head down into the sewer. Wrong mouse. Now I'm using 2 computers. So from the docks, you find a door, but it's set into the side of a building and angled down. So imagine like old pub cellar doors that you might see on an older pub, where draymen would have dropped barrels down into the cellar via a chute. It's a bit like that. And it takes you down a set of steps that drops into an eerie darkness. And I would like 2 things from you. A marching order, as it is quite narrow. You're walking along narrow pathways. Also, how you're going to navigate in the dark. Because you're going to be told by these guards that you cannot use non-magical light sources. So anyone that comes down here is allowed to use magic to cast light. So light is a cantrip, which is obviously non-harmful, non-lethal. People are allowed to use that kind of thing freely. So if you have that ability, then you can, and no one's going to question you on it. But also a con save from everyone but Gottel, because the smell is pretty incredible.
I do have light, so if you'd like me to cast light, I can do.
Yeah,
I also have produce flame as well.
They they would probably say not to use flames because of the potential for explosive gases. They would welcome Gottel if he can, he says I can produce light, and he says, yeah, I'm going to maybe similar to what we did the other day, light your eyes up so that they shine ahead like headlights. You could certainly do that, and they'll put you in the front. Unless you have it.
Does anybody else want headlight torches instead? I'm quite happy to cast light on your own eyeballs.
I have dark vision, so with your light, I think I will be fine.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
I don't have that vision.
Okay, then I'm going to cast light on I've forgotten his name. Rolio's name. I was going to call you Theron for a second there. I'll cast light on Theron's ears.
You see the half elf produces. He's got like this lantern, like a hooded lantern, and he just produces a similar to Gottel. He produces the light cantrip with inside of it. To head down inside. So between all of you,
that's a bit more elegant.
Well, between all of you have enough light, and he's not going to complain at whatever you produce as long as it's not flame. And you follow this map that was given to you through several tunnels along walkways next to a river of waste that flows out to the sea. Water that flows through the sewer is actually a diversion of the River Ruin that flows into the Bay of Porthbury, and all the waste it carries drops down chutes from high above atop the hill into the many tunnels that run beneath the city. The tunnels you followed have actually been very clearly well maintained and cleaned, but this map leads you to a section that is full of algae, broken tunnel walls. It's slippery and quite dangerous, and the waterways themselves have blockages that have not been cleared. The map that you have in front of you clearly states this is abandoned. So at this point, this is where I'm going to say, if you have stationery and you would like to try and draw the various tunnels that you're about to encounter, you may. And at the end, you can, well, especially for YouTube viewers, you can hold up your artwork and I will judge it. Those of you with the best cartography skills will gain inspiration, for the following session after this one. So you have an incentive to at least try. But don't get too stressed out. There are going to be several routes that you could choose, and I will do my best to describe it to you. So if we're all ready, or would like a moment to gather pens and paper.
Oh, grand, Ted.
You're all ready at that point.
Map looks like Mickey Mouse.
For podcast listeners, Boehner is holding up a Mickey Mouse drawing.
I'm trying to draw a little bit to keep my mind awake.
Yeah, I know, you're similar to me. Early mornings, late finishes, demanding job.
It's just also a lot of new training, so it masses my brain. I come back and I'm completely drained.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that front. I am totally with you. But let's get on with the job at hand. You are faced with this really disgusting grotty entrance. There's all this foliage hanging down from the ceiling above as you enter into this new or old and abandoned tunnel. You have light. You can see in the dark. Some Opal. You're faced with a corridor which goes on 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet. For Opal, your dark vision, you see that there's a junction to the left at about 50 feet, but it carries on way off into the gloom with this running tide of effluent in the middle of two walkways. You're on the, let's call it the left-hand walkway, which would be... where would that put that? That would be the western walkway. Don't worry too much. You're on the left-hand side of a river of effluent in a tunnel with two walkways outside of it. But yeah, you can proceed forward and you'll eventually come across this junction which leads off to the left. There is no crossing as you reach this junction. This river of effluent turns left as well, but carries on further down. There would be a 5-foot gap to jump across if you wanted to go across it, or you can follow its left and see where you get to.
Well, it's got all it says. It's better to keep going left.
Yeah, let's head.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
head
go there.
left a little bit.
Okay. You follow that corridor left, and it goes on another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. Then it bears at a sort of 45 degree angle to the left again. Almost
I
back.
don't have space on my page for left. Let's go right.
Oh, we started off on the wrong bit of the page there, didn't we?
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, it almost
I'm
goes
just
back.
kidding.
At this point, it's almost going back on itself. But then, Opal, you would see that as you go and turn this bend, after 30 feet, it does turn again, another 45 degrees in its original direction. As you came into this junction. So you sort of come across, down a little bit, and then back across again. And as you go about 30 feet in, you see on the other side of this river of feces an entranceway into a different tunnel or passageway. There's no rivers flowing. It's a straight on pathway. And that's on the opposite side of this tunnel, or this passageway.
Did you say straight?
Yeah, so you've gone up, so you've entered, you've come up straight, you've turned left, come down at a 45 degree angle a bit, gone back on the original course of straight on, but on the other side, I say about 30 feet in, seems to be a passageway which leads away from all this. It's only 5 foot wide. But there doesn't seem to be any liquid in there. You just have to hop over this little river of effluent.
Sorry, I dropped my thing.
I think we should check out this entrance.
I mean, it's not your only option. You could just carry on your current pathway, but it seems to go off again into the gloom, way off wherever it goes.
Yeah, I think we should do a little bit of exploring. I'll go into the entrance.
Why not? Why not?
So how are you going to jump across this little river?
Yeah, it's only 5 foot.
It's only 5 foot. It's not a big jump. I'm going to say
Is it running water?
It is running water. This is your Achilles heel.
You see, Opal, I know she doesn't have a lot of color, but she becomes even more grayer, and she hesitates to go through.
Can I prestidigitate that pooey water as cold as I can possibly get it? Repeatedly cool it and cool it and cool it.
What, until it freezes?
Well, potentially. I'm going, to see if I can do it a few times. It's only prestidigitation. There's a cantrip.
I like the idea. So I'm going to say yes, but flowing water doesn't really freeze very well, but you could probably freeze like a little bridge over the top.
I just want a decent sized crust,
Let's find out if this is possible. Let's have a D100, and you want to get above 50%.
T100. Let's see.
So we're going to give this a
there we go.
50-50 chance.
Okay, I'm just rolling it there. And it rolls a 69.
69.
Nice.
It's formed a crust of pooey ice over this flowing river. It's not the most stable. So, Opal, you can give it a go if you want to walk over this. It's only 5 feet, so there's one space. You can walk over this pooey bridge if you want, rather than jumping. But what I will say is, because it's only 69, it's only just a smidge over, really, that threshold.
I mean, it's a 5-foot gap on the top surface is solid-ish.
Solid-ish. I'd say
So
a mid-range dex check. Just you want to sort of be nimble enough you don't break this ice.
Okay. Let me see. So she will try and see, but she will try very carefully. You know, when you walk and you first check if it is solid and then walk.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you say dexterity?
I did.
23.
Yeah, you sort of tentatively put a foot on it, and you hear that crack, but there's enough there that when you put one foot on it, you know you got enough time and weight or give to just get your other leg across, and you're on the other side.
Okay,
Phew.
thank you.
better.
But you know you're not using that again.
No.
It will be gone.
I think I will be more comfortable if we kind of avoid the river and walk down the paths, because it makes me very, very uncomfortable and I don't like it. And it's very big and scary.
I think the trouble is all of these passageways are going to have a bit of water here and there. So we might have to be a bit inventive about how we get you across things.
Yeah, because it's not something I can do.
Oh, it was the best I could do. I've nearly woven my fingers into spaghetti
Thank you
doing
for
all that
that.
wiggling, you know.
Thank you for that. It's just, yeah, it's not very easy for me.
It was a very cool way of solving a problem. These
Forgot I got a Saturn ring.
so these tunnels with the
Sorry.
with the water flowing through them, they're 15 feet across and they're about the same high. What you're going into is 5 feet across and only about 6 or 7 foot high. So I think you're all okay. I think Rodeo, you're being the tallest, will probably maybe be concerned about what's hanging off the ceiling, perhaps. But I would like to know who's in front going down this corridor.
Will be
I,
me, because I've got the lights on.
I think Opal prefers to be in the middle.
So you got a light source, yeah?
My ears, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course
He's
you
got
had
his blinkers on.
The light cantrip was cast upon you, wasn't it? How are you proceeding?
Cautiously, but not.
If you're
slowly.
going cautiously, we will use your passive perception. What score is that? 15 or 16?
16.
16. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough.
Oh.
Opal in the middle, what's your passive perception?
Even less, 12.
Yeah. Gottel, unfortunately being right at the back, you won't have a chance of seeing this. You feel a resistance, Rodeo, as you step down this corridor. And as you do, you hear the distinct sound of almost like a flintlock pistol or a match being struck, something similar. I haven't decided if pistols are in this, but you hear that kind of distinct, like something being ignited. And you have just enough time to look to your right as you see a fuse going into a tiny little powder keg. And it goes off, unfortunately. It makes quite a loud bang. and you take 2d6 of force damage as it blows up. You take 4 points of damage. Opal, as you're directly behind him, you take 2 points. He absorbs most of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big barrel. It's not a big explosion. It's not designed to kill. It's more of like an early warning system. For those who don't know, it's there, and it does a little bit of damage if you're nearby. Maybe splinters of wood and stuff like that fly out. But that's what goes off with that. You immediately hear shouting from people further down this corridor. Clanging of like swords, things being readied. It's up to you how you would like to proceed.
Do you think they are the pirates that they left crew behind and they are ready for when he's back?
No, I think it's the Bones crew. No. Are we sticking with Dave for the Goliath as well as Dave the elf?
Yeah, we will for now, because like I said, I don't even think we named the Goliath.
No.
I think it was just a member of the Bones crew that stank really bad because of where he came from, which was this sewer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should just wait. They know of us. We can have a chat with them.
Yeah.
What do you mean you want to wait?
Are they obviously coming at us?
No. It all goes quiet.
No.
No one's coming at you.
Oh. We can carry on down the hallway then.
Yeah, I mean, it comes to a really crumbled, broken corridor where it's quite difficult to get through. So it kind of goes in a bit of a zigzag pattern. So it sort of goes forward 15 feet, then it goes to the right by 10 feet, and then up by 5 feet, and then another 20 feet to the right, up by 10 feet. It comes back on itself by 15 feet to the left there, and then it turns straight up to the right again, and it's about 20 feet of this crumbled, ruined corridor that is flooded. There is water in here. It seems to be still water. It's not running, so you're okay in that respect, Opal. But yeah, it comes into that.
Can we hear anything?
No, everyone seems to be quite. Whatever's happened, whatever's been triggered, they're being quite quiet about it. They're just sort of. They seem to be waiting to find out what's coming.
What do you lot think? Do you think we should carry on to this water, or do you think we should circle back around the other path?
How deep is the water, and is it
It's only
shitty water?
it's not nice water. It's pretty bad,
Yeah.
but it's only like ankle deep to a man, so like knee deep to probably Gottle and Opal. But it's rank.
And can we see what's on the other side?
On the other side of it, I say it's about a 10, 15 foot of this, and then it seems to go off around to the right-hand side somewhere, like another corner. If you want to give me a perception check, you can. Anyone? Probably Rolio if you're in front.
Perception is 18 plus 6, 24.
You sort of shush everyone a bit, like, as with the question raised, do we circle around? You sort of shush everyone, just have a little listen. You kind of hear a voice up ahead saying, maybe it was a rat or something ran into the tripwire. Could have been. It's happened before.
I'll whisper to them, but fear to whisper. I think they're waiting to ambush us up ahead.
Right. Well,
I think we circle around again.
I can either get us up there without them being able to hear us, but that means there'll be no spells being cast by us either.
Right. That kind of takes me completely out of the fight.
Should we try and see if we can go without any magical means, slowly and out of sight, stealthy, to at least go a little bit closer and see what is happening?
Well,
I could wild shape into a rat, see what's up there.
you could do that. I was thinking I would cast silence on one of you and we could all walk up completely silent and ambush the bastards.
Do we want to attack them? We don't know if there's any more black powder they could set off. A lot bigger bang than that one.
Well, maybe if you went on, do you want to go as a rat or as a spider?
Ooh, I forgot about spiders. Yeah, I'm gonna wild shape into a little spider,
Yeah. Okay.
and then I'll climb up the wall and go around. Because spiders aren't very good, according to the nursery rhyme, in water.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll head on my way around the right-hand bend.
Yeah. You go around the right-hand bend and you come in. It sort of takes you about 10 feet around to the right there into a larger open room, which looks a bit like a mess hall. It's not very well looked after or kept, but it's clearly a place where people eat and drink. And in here, you see 5 of these sort of like Bones Crew bandits, and they're all sort of like stood back to back in a circle, like looking around, like, "No, you go first. No, you go first. Go on, you go down there first."
Right here. Can I see the Goliath?
Nope.
No. Okay. I'll go head back to the 2.
And for your map drawing, you're talking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet across from this entrance to the next wall, where there seems to be another entrance. Well, there's several entrances leading off. In fact, there's one to the top corner, one to the bottom corner. You've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45 feet along the wall that this corridor comes in through. The corridor comes into it at the top 30th foot. And another bigger corridor leads off away somewhere else. I apologise if my descriptions are not up to snuff, but I'm trying my best to relay to you what's on my map.
We'll see when we do the pictures.
We'll see how good I am at relaying this information.
Listen, I'm good with it, taking them in as well, to be fair. But yeah, I'll go back and I'll relay that information about the 5 of them down. So we've got 5 and they're quite scared. I have transport back. Just talking in spider form because I can't.
You see this little spider come around the corridor.
I'll transport back.
Do we want to
Doing the Love Actually thing and holding up little signs.
Yeah.
Do we want to make them go away?
No, I think we should go talk to them. I don't think there's any point attacking them.
I wasn't planning to attack them, just to make them even more scared.
No, because we need to find out the information. We need to find out if all this black powder's gone.
Okay.
Okay,
Well.
so if they're waiting in ambush, but you want to talk to them, how are we going to do that?
They're not pirates, are they?
No, they're not pirates.
Can't invoke parley.
They're Bones Crew members. They're just petty thieves, and you know that by now they're petty thieves and like just common criminals.
Right. So
They-
I'm gonna just
They don't
shout
really.
out.
They don't really get in. You would know enough to know that they don't really get involved in murder and stuff like that. What they do is extort people for money. They steal. They make people's lives a misery, but they don't generally. They're not known for being like murderers and stuff. The odd one does, and as Opal would tell you because she's asked the right questions in the past, the ones that do end up taking it that bit too far, they've usually fell afoul of the Crimson Blade.
Right. Okay. And we don't know who the leader of the bench crew is yet.
I don't know if you had his name. I've got his name here. I don't know if any of you ever asked enough to take it.
No, I think we only dealt with Dave.
It depends on whatever names you got. Do you know?
No.
Do you know what? In fact, I'm not going to go looking because it's in his name's in a previous episode's notes. I don't know which episode it was.
I don't think we did take it.
No, I don't think we did.
Because the kid didn't give it to us. And I doubt Dave would give it to us. But yeah, I'm going to shout out. Dave!
He's not called Dave, all right? We've already got a Dave in the in your helping gang. He's not called Dave. He's going to
Let's call him Rodney.
We'll call him Rodney. Okay, he's Rodney the Goliath. That's now the accepted.
That's not count.
I'm making a note here. Rodney.
All right. Because you know what Rodney's name is in Only Fools and Horses?
Dave.
Dave. That's what Trigger calls him.
It certainly wasn't episode 2 when you met them, was it? So,
No. It's after the warehouse.
Well, you tell me what you want to do.
I'm going to shout, Rodney, are you here? Putting on my best gang accent, okay.
And that's when you hear the voice again. Who's that? You better make yourselves well known.
We're only really well known to Rodney. And that little kid, but I can't remember his name.
Well, you better come out and show yourselves.
Okay, we're coming unarmed. We'll walk up. Well, I'll walk up. I don't know if you follow him.
Well, I'm not to let you go in yourself. I'll retract my arms as far as I can into the trunk.
Yeah, so you're gonna basically reveal yourselves.
Yes.
Excellent. So
Got this coal scuttle with hands stuck to the side now.
I am close. I'm staying close to you guys and trying to show as small and afraid as I can be, like a little child.
yeah. No worries. Well, you all step out of this corridor, and you see these. It is a bunch of ruffians. It's a bunch of blokes, bit overweight, some of them, and I said there's 5 of them, maybe balding or patchy hair, some of them long scraggly hair. Their clothes are rough. They're not well dressed. They got just sandals or dirty old rubbish boots. Scruffy trousers, holes in them. Shirts are literally like there's not much left of them. They're just hanging around in here, and the leader just says to, "Who are you then?"
Well, hello, mate. So, we're associates with Robert Runzy. We've just come to check everything's been removed properly. He wants us to do the final checks.
Oh, right. And you said you knew Rodney.
Yeah, I've met Rodney in the bar a couple of times.
Oh.
Once. Not a couple. Just once.
Or was it a couple or just once?
It's just once. But he did want us to meet again if we could find out, get some of our undesirable stuff to sell to him.
Your undesirable stuff to sell to him?
Yeah, stuff that normal shops wouldn't take.
You see, he waves, and they put their swords in their belts or whatever, and he sort of waves, and the other 4 sort of retire off. maybe one goes off down the top right corridor with another one, and then the other two maybe go in the bottom left corner or bottom right corner of this room. Oh, right. So you got stuff to sell, or was it say you got stuff to sell? Sorry, or you do?
Mr. Runzy's asked us to do the final checks underneath the Parliament issue that we had earlier.
They left hours ago, mate.
Yes, they want us to finish, make sure everything's done.
Oh,
We're staying on behalf of Mr. Runzy until he comes back.
We did just find a little bit of black powder in the corridor down the way there,
Yes.
I think.
Oh, yeah. No, that's we had that before the pirates. That's just our way of knowing if the the old watch has decided to push her luck a bit.
Right, so, because if not, I was going to tell you you'd missed a spot,
Yeah. Well, we haven't.
Okay.
Or they haven't.
That's all right then.
But
can you take us to where it was all kept?
I will point out I'm not making you roll a persuasion roll here because their intelligence is not great. And you have named one of their top ranking members.
Yeah.
So yeah. Go on. What were you going to say?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you could take us to where it was all kept before they moved it out, just need to make sure nothing was missed.
Oh.
As there was an agreement with the mediation group in regards to Windsor, and he wants to make sure that it's all kept in par.
Yeah. All right. Well, look. Why don't you have a seat over there? And he points to a really rickety old table. Have a little seat. Help yourself. There's a bit of grog on the top there in that jug. We brew it round the corner here. There's a little brewery. Make our own. Got raid the farms every now and again. Get the ingredients. It is. Bring it down.
Yeah.
Make our own beer. That's all right. Well, look, you hang on here, and I'll go have a chat. Say you're here to inspect the tunnels. I don't know what the boss is going to think about that, but find out.
Oh, no, we're not inspecting tunnels. Just need to inspect where the Black Crowd was left. Make sure nothing was left behind that could incriminate our friend in future endeavours.
All right. Well, give me a minute. Yeah, just go and have a drink.
Yeah, what we can do if you do it, if we find you've done a good job, I could offer you a bit of a makeover. If you've ever been in trouble with the law and you just want to maybe look a little bit different than you did last week, give you a little bit of a makeover there. Got this little kit of stuff here that would settle you up fine for being able to walk down the high street any Tuesday morning.
I've been in trouble with law plenty, mate, but don't bother me. Don't bother me.
Well, it doesn't bother you, but wouldn't it be nice to walk into a pub without being barred straight away?
Well, we just go down. We go down that one on the dock front, do we? If we're going to go anywhere, they don't care if we stink of shit.
That's all right. Then I was just going to offer you a little bit of a cunning little disguise to get you, around.
I don't know what you mean by disguises, mate. All right, look, you just have a drink, look, and I'll go and have a chat. And he leaves you all, and he walks off to the corridor, and you hear him go, it's all right, false alarm, they're with us.
While he's gone, I'm going to draw a lovely French moustache on myself with my disguise kit. Some fake eyebrows. One of those really, really curly ones with a little goatee beard, the sort.
And the giant nose.
After a short period of time, he returns from this corridor. And I mean, at this point, you're in an area where it is lit. There are torches in this room, and this corridor in the top left is about 20 odd feet long. And you see, if you look down it, it seems to open into a massive chamber. And he walks back up. He goes, "All right, well, the boss is intrigued. He said he wasn't aware anyone was coming back. Do you want to come with me and have a chat? Old Rodney's down there."
Yeah, let's go.
Cool.
I'll stand up. I would have taken the seat.
So he takes you down this corridor. It's 20 feet long, as I say, about halfway up. On the left is a room or a corridor that leads away down about 60 odd feet. on the left there. And you come into this big, round room. And so if you want to draw a circle, you're talking 5, 10, 15, 20, that's 40. You're talking at least 150 feet across. And 20 feet in, it drops down 10 feet. So you've got 2 levels. In the middle of this is a raised up platform, which is about 20 feet up. And it seems to have like, I would say like the old benches or seats that they would, in medieval times, they would like test if a woman was a witch.
Mm.
And in the middle of which you see coming from the right-hand side a torrent of this disgusting water over a waterfall, and it feeds in underneath where this structure is. And all around there are just random structures of wood. There are like benches, chairs, tables. There's a campfire set up in there. Various other passages and chambers lead off for this in all different directions. I won't concern you with those because, I mean, they're all over the place. But one on the very other side is obvious. It's a big open chamber. It seems to go... Again, it's all very well lit in here. But this opposite chamber seems to go about 50 feet, and then you can see daylight. And these great big iron bars. And all this disgusting water seems to be going out that way. In this room, you see what is clearly some kind of a mage. Heavily robed, obscured face, but all black. Completely black. With no markings. You see the Goliath man that you've met before. You see 6 of these sort of bandits. And a different man, who I'm sorry again if you'll watch this on YouTube, I apologise if it goes black. I need to get up a bloody a description, which I didn't have open. You see a man called, he's a drow male. He is the boss of the Bones crew. He will introduce himself in a moment, but I will tell you now, his name is Darius Funnybones Skegan. He's so called Funnybones because he has a deformity with his left leg that causes him to walk with a unique gait. He runs this criminal organisation beneath the city.
What was his last name again?
He's called Darius Funnybones Skegan.
Skegan. Good old Skeggy.
Again, sorry if you blacked out on that one. But anyway. I don't know why I had to do that, because his name's on this sheet on the other computer. I didn't have to bring it up at all. I say he's a drow man, so he's an dark elvish kind of type. All of them are very raggedy. Obviously, you've met the Goliath man Rodney before. The mage is dressed in black. There are a few more bandits here because they fell back to defend this area if you were attackers. Darius himself is very well dressed. Actually, he's very that kind of, I don't know what the film was called, but probably from back in the 30s, the 40s, the romantic idea of pirates who had the big knee-high boots, tight trousers, but the big, very roughly open white shirts, that kind of swashbuckler type looks about him. Big, swept back, long hair with his big elvish ears protruding over those. And yeah, the guy that sort of came down to speak to this lot, he goes, right, stand down, boys, stand down. It's all right, they're with us. They're with us. You know they are. Come on. And the Goliath stands up and he turns around to look at you all. And they're all on the lower level at the moment. And he sort of looks up and he goes, oh, I know you lot. I've seen you before. You had dealings with that Slip McCoggin, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. On that one.
But
We've also
he
had...
said you were to do with Robert Runzie.
Yes. So we're part of a mediation group to help the government and the pirates.
As soon as you say government, you hear shing, 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 as all these swords come out. And at that point, Darius sort of stands up, he waves his hands at everyone. And he'll say, You what? You've come here from the government?
I didn't say that, did I?
You're
Oh, no,
a
we've come here
mediation
from
group, you said.
yes,
Yeah.
from Robert Runzie, who has made temporary arrangement with the government and has just wanted to make sure that everything is kosher.
Well, let's have, with advantage, or give Rolio the help action on a persuasion, because he did say you were mediators from the government.
Persuasion or performance?
Persuasion.
Oh,
But you
the
get the
best
help
thing,
action from Gottles.
I certainly be helping with the old convincing body language.
30, 20. Would
30,
have
20.
nearly been a 3.
Yep.
Yeah, without the help. Yeah. 30, 20.
All right. I'm listening. So what? You come from the government and you're working with Robert Runzie?
I pointed at my attire and I was like, do I look like I'm part of the government?
Well, I don't know, mate. That's what you just said. But I'm willing to listen.
Yep. Ignoring that. So Robert's asked us to come down here to make sure that nothing is missed so it doesn't incriminate him going forward when he comes back.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. Robert, that doesn't sound like Robert, but I mean the fact that you've rolled way over what I rolled. Well, as far as I know, there's no obvious black powder been left behind. You know, we've got a little bit ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's obviously the plot that was put in place beforehand as a safety net for Robert
Well, yeah,
has been dealt with.
yeah, mate. Look, honestly, look, we've got no intentions of causing harm to the city, really, because look, we want to be able to get away with petty crimes, you know, make a bit of gold here and there. But if we start blowing the place up, murdering people, it's, you know, it goes a bit beyond that. We draw too much attention to ourselves, you know. That whole thing, we had the backing of the pirates and all that lot, but they've gone now, so it doesn't make no sense for us to be doing that, you know.
Yeah, I completely agree. So
what
all
you
the
did? So you come? Well, you not seen any black powder, have you?
well, I got my face blown off by some coming in here. That's
Got
why
your
I'm a bit
face
tubey.
blown off, do you? I can see your face. Looks all right to me.
Yes, but yeah, there was black powder as soon as we walked in.
Well, yeah, that's our way of knowing you're coming in, mate. You know,
You had a rebel.
if you knew it was there, you could have stepped over it or come in the secret way. Which, you know, just tells me you must be part of his stupid lot. You didn't even think to find out how to get in it proper.
We was just given orders by Robert to make sure everything's been moved out of the way.
The mage leads into him and whispers in his ear, and he says, "Yeah, that's a point. You set that trap off. That means you owe us now. You got to get some more powder to go up there.
You said you got powdered.
We got little bits here and there, but I shouldn't have to use my stash, should I? You set it
No.
off."
Well, can't be a very powerful mage if you can't do some kind of magic trap. You're not too far beyond breaking the law that you need black powder still.
What are you trying to say?
Said enough. But anyway, I will thank you lads for your help. We'll be on our route.
You'll be going nowhere, mate. You know where we are now. Nobody in the city apart from us knows where we are.
Well, we knew where you were before we came to see you, because that's why we came to see you.
If you knew where we were, mate, you wouldn't have blown up that powder keg, would you?
Oh, Well, we knew where you were. We just didn't know where the powder keg was.
Which means you didn't know where we were because you came the wrong way.
Well, you've got to have your own little secrets, and you don't want people coming down your secret passage, do you? Not without an invitation, so to speak. That'd just be plain rude, wouldn't it? We'd have done that.
I think this involves a slight persuasion check.
Again.
Well, all right. So, but it's fine to maybe do a little bit of that. I mean, I've got a 14 there.
That would help.
Sorry, always help. Somebody help me. Well, I'll have another go.
If you want to help him.
Yeah, well, both of us were trying, wouldn't we?
But that'd be a 21.
Yeah, I suppose they might have carelessly not told you which way to go.
And you don't think if we'd have been bent on mischief that we'd have brought a child in with us, do you?
Poor child?
This young person here,
Opal's been so quiet, I didn't even realise she was there.
I'm so sorry, guys. She's just trying to not to get much attention.
We wouldn't have brought a little girl down to a dangerous place now, would we? If we were intent on mischief.
So when he says that, I kind of come behind. I'm getting out behind not Ferry.
Really?
Rolio, thank you. Rolio's legs, like. And I go back and hide.
He goes, oh God, I bloody hate this. People are irresponsible parents. What the hell are you bringing a kid down here for?
Bring your child to work day.
Do you know what? That might be your only ticket getting out of here. I had a good mind to keep you here. Don't want you going up there telling everyone where we were.
Are you going to show Daddy and Daddy?
So yeah, no, we're not gonna say it. Pirate's honor.
Well, I know your face now. If I get any other unexpected visitors, I'll be looking for you. And it's at this point when one of these sort of patrolling sort of bandit types appears from that corridor or tunnel where it seems to go out into open daylight, and he's comes up and he sort of starts nudging at this Darius. He's not now. I'm talking. He's nudging again, and he's going, boss, boss, boss. He goes, what is it? He goes, boss. On the other side of the bars, there's rather a lot of black powder that wasn't there before. He goes, what? What are you talking about? He goes, and there's something else and all. Well, spit it out then. What is it? He goes, look. And you all look down this tunnel and you see what appears to be one of Runzy's ships. And you hear, and for Rodeo, your heart probably sinks because you know this sound all too well. That as a cannon goes off.
I'm gonna jump on, but
sound of the cannonball slams into this black powder against the gate. Say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna jump in front of these two from hearing the noise. Type.
Yep.
Push them onto the floor. Push them down.
Absolutely. And there is just an almighty explosion. You are all, I think, from what you've said, you haven't advanced beyond the entranceway. It's a good long distance from you, but that whole area just collapses down. At which point, Darius and all of his crew have blown onto the floor, because they were closer to it. He gets to his feet and says, fucking pirates! You fucking doing this to us? Right then, you fucking had it now, son. At which point, we will roll initiative, because they believe, if you're part of Robert Runzy's crew, that you're behind this.
Eight.
Hang on, let me get my sheet up. So that was an opal 8.
16.
Rulio's 16.
4.
A 4 from Gottel.
4.
I am going to roll damage for these guys in a moment just to see how much they took from all of that. Let me just roll them in a moment. I'm going to say, to even things up a little bit, because there is a fair bit going on, that you have 3 bandits. Of the 6 that were there, 3 of them were too close and got battered to death. So let me roll in. I have got a Goliath, a mage, and our leader. So Goliath man goes on a 19. The mage goes on a 17. And our leader goes on a 4. So let me write you all down. Pardon me. Goliath. Then it is Opal. And then it's going to be the mage. Then it'll be Rolio. And then it's going to be Gottel and the Drow. And I will just say the 3 bandits go on 1 initiative after the others, because they're going to act as like a minion swarm, I think. Cool. Let me just assess how much damage they all took. So their hit points are that, so I'm going to half it down to 6 and 6. Our Drow fellow is on 2, and our mage oops, it would always help if you get these things ready before you begin. He is on that, and our okay. Right, so I've halved pretty much all their hit points because they were close enough that damage, like from shrapnel and stuff, would have happened, and bludgeoning and such from broken bits of rock. That tunnel's like partially collapsed now. You can see daylight through it in places, but not enough that you think you can pass through it right now. The Goliath is going first. He climbs to his feet, and he just roars in anger. You guys are, so they're probably about midway into the room. He's not going to get to you this turn. He's going to action dash and get most of the way, I'm going to say, to the steps that lead up to your level where you are in that entranceway. Opal, you're up next.
Okay, so who is closer?
The Goliath is the closest at the moment. He's at the base of the steps, which is, I think, about 20 plus 10 down, 15 down, I think we said. So about 35 feet away from you.
Okay. So I look at him, and so it's one of my, what is the word? I curse him. The curse is, I can find it. What is it? Blood curse of the anxious, which means that as a bonus actions I can I until the next of my turn, all intimidation checks against the target, they have advantage. So I will, before I do anything, I will just shout at him, stop and think what you're actually ready to do, and before you do anything you regret, I would recommend to step down and listen to us. So that's intimidation. 18.
18. Let me see. Yeah, he sort of says, oh, Look, I'm only following orders. I'll ask the boss. Which what he said was, boss, what are we doing? And the boss will say, because I'm going to see if he gets intimidated. He does not. He says, you fucking fight him, you silly twat. Anything else?
So that was my bonus action. Does he continue? Or
Well, it's not his turn. He can't do anything else.
okay, so I will wait. I won't attack because I will wait and see. I know that his boss told him to attack, but I'll just wait and see if maybe it will persuade them and stop.
Okie dokie. Well, it is the mage. There are 3 of you he can see. And he's going to go with 1, 2, 3. That unfortunately is you, Gossel. You are going to get some magic missiles at level 1, which is a grand total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of magic missile damage, which was force. So you see the energy build in his hands, and these shards of forceful magic energy whiz across the room and into you, Gothel, I'm afraid.
Right. Yeah, absolute shit bag.
If you could see under his robe, you would see that he was just grinning. But that is his turn. Rolio, it is you.
So bonus action, I'm going to take on my starry form. And that. So all the constellations on my skin will change to the Archer constellation. On that one. And action, guiding bolt at the mage.
Yep.
Which is 18 to hit.
It does hit.
5, 10, 16, 17, 19 points of damage.
Oof. That mage suddenly staggers backwards, clutching at his chest. He's not down, but he's very badly wounded.
There's a quick wording on this styrofoam game. It says on. You know when you click on something and then it disappears instantly?
Oh, I know, I get it all the time.
While in styrofoam, when you activate this form and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack having a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 foot.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can do that on that bonus action?
I think it sounds that way.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 1d8 plus 4. Back at the mage again, so it's 10 points as well.
Yeah, the
That's
mage.
a giant arrow.
Yeah, you take he takes the initial damage, staggers back, clutching his chest, and you do that, and then yeah, he finally topples backwards and falls into the campfire.
Nice.
And the mage is no more. That was Rodeo's go. Gottel, it is you.
I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the Goliath.
Okie dokie.
So he needs a wisdom saving throw, please.
A wisdom saving throw. Get the right tab up as well. Where's my other one gone? There it is. Blah, 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 wisdom. He's surprisingly wise. That's a 17.
Then he passes, but he will have to take 6 psychic damage.
Okie dokie. Pig and a pokey.
And he's in some distress.
Oh, okay. Cool. No problem. Ooh, he could do that. I don't think he's damaged enough yet that he's going to do that. That's fine. Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Lovely. It is our the leaders go. what was his name? Darius. It is his go, and he's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna advance on you, all as far as he can get, which is about the same distance to the bottom of the stairs. At which point he shouts, "If you're still alive, lads, join us!" And with that, 3 more of these bandits. Five bandits arrive behind you from the previous area. I was going to roll them in. Oh, they go quite high up. They go where the mage was. These are not wounded, as they were not. They were not anywhere near the blast, similar to yourselves. So we then have the bandits which were in the area and wounded. By it, they can only move up as close as the bottom of the stairs again. So you've got a small force assembling at the bottom of these stairs ready to assail you. We begin the top of the round with the Goliath, who is going to make his way up. I'm guessing no one's actually really advanced. You're all still at the top of the stairs, aren't you?
Yeah.
I will roll for it. That one is Opal, I'm afraid. He's coming for you with his great axe in hand. And he rolls twice to attack. So the first one is an 18 plus 6 to hit.
Yeah.
And the second one is an 8 plus 6 to hit. So what's that? That's 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, it doesn't hit the second one.
So the first one does hit. That's a d12 plus 4 slashing damage, which is 4, 5, 6, 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And a constitution save as well, please, because his weapon is classed as poisoned because of where they live.
$16.
You pass. You're fine.
So, as a reaction, I point the finger on him, and he needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is an 18 flat.
Okay, he passes. Let me see. And so hails flames surround him, and he will take uh, 6 points. So this is halved. 6 points that I am telling you now. 6 points of fire damage.
Cool.
So it was 13.
Yep. So we see. Oh, is it like hellish rebuke?
It's Haley's rebuke,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So he comes in at you with this axe swing, and he hits with the first one, misses with the second one as you maybe recoil from it, and then as you do so, you point, and woof, up goes this flame around him, which he looks a little bit scared at. Opal, it is your go.
Okay, I attack him. I shift as a bonus action before I attack, and he can see that my claws are coming out, and my movements are a bit more fast.
Yeah.
And then I attack him. Let me see, where is it? $21.
It hits.
Okay, and I would like to do a grapple.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to do a strength check.
Yeah, that's fine.
DC 16.
16.
I think so, because it's 8 plus the strength plant. Oh, sorry, not. I was looking at my initiative now. Remove the initiative. It's 14.
14. I'm afraid he passes. He is very big built.
Okay. And that's me.
He pretty much like you try and grapple him, and he's just like maybe like a like you would grab a kitten. You just picture it with a scruff of the neck. Not today, little lady, and he shoves you back down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It is the bandits that are coming up behind. Unfortunately, they're all going to go on one, just to save time, really. So they are going to go for all three of you. All three will get hit by these guys. Let's roll to see if they do. So the first one is against Rolio. You are hit with a 6. No.
No.
Gottel, a 16. Sorry, an 18.
I prefer your first answer. You can only give your first answer there, Ted.
Fine. You can have a 16 because I misread it.
Hey, well, no, it doesn't hit then.
Fine.
No, it hits me with an 18.
Right. Opal is a 9.
It doesn't hit.
As they rush up behind. Now, there are 2 more. I'm going to roll a d4 for who that they target. 1, that is Opal, and another 1, that's Opal. So you can get 2, unfortunately, coming after you. That is 9, 10, 11, 12.
Nope.
And, oh dear, 7, that's basically a 21.
Yeah, it hit.
That one does hit. So you've been a bit bum rushed, I'm afraid, by these guys. But he's only going to take 1 slashing damage against you, which is a 3.
Okay, so half it.
Yeah. Cool.
Also, I've got regeneration, which means that I regain 10 hit points at the start of my turn if I have at least 1 hit point and I am not in sunlight or running water. Is the running water close or not?
There is running water close, but you're not in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you at a point you need hit points?
Yeah, I just realized that I've got regeneration.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you're at a point you needed to regenerate if you're that badly beaten. But
Yes, I am blooded.
oh dear. Well, in that case, Rodeo, you're up.
Right. There's a waterfall on the right hand side
Yep.
on that one. So can I use my control water to move the passage of that waterfall to the bottom of the stairs where the boss man is and
They're
the
all
bandits are?
yeah. Apart from the Goliath, they're all at the bottom of the stairs.
Yes, I want to try and push them back down as far as I can using the direction of the flow of the water.
Yeah. It's going to be travelling quite a way. It's going to go. What's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to be going.
It's got
like,
300-foot reach.
Oh, fine. In that case, you're fine.
And they've all got to do a strength 13.
Okie dokie.
Save.
So I've got
To not get pushed
3 bandits and that guy down there. So what's the DC?
13.
13 strength. So the bandits, an 8, a 15, and an 11. And the boss man is a 14. Plus 2.
So at least 2 of the bandits are gone.
So you've pushed 2 bandits. Do they take damage from it?
I'm going to leave that to you because redirect flow doesn't have a damage.
I would say the force of it, because it is it's a big torrent. This is like a main passage of water which comes out of the sewers and goes down to this exit. So yeah. I'm going to say, let's roll them. Was it 1 guy that got swept away? Was it 2?
It was the 2.
2 got swept away. They're going to take a d6 each of damage from bludgeoning, because they're being thrown about, right?
Yeah, because there's the other bit of it, which is Whirlpool, which is 2d8 on a failed save. But that's in Vortex.
Okay, well,
that's what I was going to say.
Those 2, whether you Whirlpool it or not, just from being literally swept off the feet and then flung against the adjacent wall and then around, 2 are dead.
Oh, okay.
So 2 of these bandits die just from being flung about. Everyone else, there's 1 bandit and the leader, and they're kind of like bracing themselves and grabbing hold of stuff. We will say they're swept 20 feet. Not damaging, but they're swept 20 feet away from the bottom of the stairs. to the left, away from where the water came from. But they've grabbed hold of stuff. They're still within. They're still standing. They're still in the fight.
Nice. And then bonus action for my styrofoam.
Yep, go for it.
Which is another arrow towards the Goliath. So I've rolled 25 hit.
Yep.
And 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. That puts him on there. And he's going to use his reaction, which is Stone's Endurance, and reduce... What was the total damage?
9.
Okay. He completely negates that and stays where he is, using his Stone's Endurance, which is a reaction to stop damage being taken by 9. But he can only do it once, so that's that. If there's nothing else, we go to Gothel.
Right. Well, with my bonus action, I am going to bardically inspire Opal this round with a d6 of extra rolls onto an attack or saving roll for her next turn, and that lasts for up to 10 minutes, Opal. If you decide to use it at any point, you don't have to use it on the next one. You can use it whenever you want. Within
So I
10
added
minutes.
D6.
You can add 1d6 before you know the result of the
Okay.
thing, if you wish to, but you don't have to add it until you're ready to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the leader.
Yep.
So he can give me a wisdom saving throw.
He's less wise than the Goliath, which is quite surprising. That is a flat 7.
He fails and takes 17 psychic damage,
Yep.
but must then immediately use his reaction to move as far away from me as possible.
No problem.
At absolute maximum range of getting out of it. So back towards the explosion site, if he pleases.
Yep. He legs it. And he's looking rather worse for the wear.
That's about all I can do at that point.
All right. Well, it is him. Does he make a save, or is he just constantly running?
I tell you to make wisdom savings on a first save, blah, 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 blah. It does not say that he can repeat his save.
Okay. Cool. So he's legged it.
Yeah, he's basically just running away.
Was it for how long was it? Was it to the end of the turn or something?
Casting time, 1 action, duration, instantaneous. Yeah, it's just that turn.
Yeah. So he's still legging it because it's still that turn. That's fine. We skip past him to the remaining bandit who was at the bottom of the stairs. He makes his way up the stairs. So that was no, he doesn't. He gets about halfway up the stairs. He's not quite there yet. And he is going to shoot with his light crossbow at what number is that? That's a 3. That's at you, Gottel, I'm afraid. With a 19 plus 3.
I would like to use cutting words at him
Yeah.
and tell him to re-roll it.
Okie dokie. What, that's a hit roll, I'm guessing.
Oh, sorry, no. I can roll a dice and take the number off. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so he does a d8 plus 1, which is 4 points.
Yeah, because he still hits. Okay. Takes it off his attack roll, you see.
Right, okay. So
But he'd still hit.
did it negate the damage then?
No, no, the damage is full. It just reduces his attack roll, so I could maybe have made him miss.
Oh, right, okay.
That was the idea of his cutting words. It sort of puts him off his aim.
Unfortunately, no, he got that crossbow ready and he went, oh, you'll have it, you. And he did. Cool. We are.
It's all right. I needed my ears piercing anyway, but I'd hope for a prettier operative, you little shit.
Yeah, it's well. I mean, maybe like a certain man in the world, your ear will regrow almost instantaneously.
Well, the trick's on him because I haven't actually got ears.
So we come back around to the Goliath, who was engaged with Opal, wasn't he? So he will continue to be engaged with Opal. That is a 14 plus 6
Right
to
time
hit.
you had a wedding after all this sort of engagement.
A dirty 20.
Yep.
And another dirty 20. 2 dirty 20s. Sorry.
That's okay.
For a grand total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of slashing.
Okay.
So yeah, he just plonks you down on the ground as he did before. And he just goes, "Sorry, little lady." And he shunk with his axe. You resisted before, so I'm not going to make you roll again for being poisoned by it. And it is, again, Opal's turn.
Okay, so I get 10 hit points back. And
What's the 10 hit points from?
regeneration. I've got regeneration.
Oh, of course, yes.
And then I start casting. So dark tentacles energy erupts from my body and raptures. Do I have? How many is everybody around me? 10 feet. Also from my friends.
Oh, well, you're all very close quarters, like probably 5 feet away from each other.
Oh, so I might not do that then because I don't want to kill them.
Yeah, no,
so
you're all very close, packed in.
That's fine.
It's almost like I designed it that way because I had a mage with fireball.
Sorry.
That's alright. So what I do, I will attack him again with my claws. Then does it hit?
Sorry, I lost you then, Opal. Say again.
10. 10.
Tattle 10? No, it doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
So yeah, she cannot do anything. It's just
Uh-oh.
like...
I mean, he's respecting you because you're only small and you've taken his blows so far. We do go to the 5 bandits that have taken up the rear. Let's see who they are going to attack. So the first one is on Gottel. Shit, the second one's on Gottel. The third one is on Rolio. Fourth one is on Opal. And then the fifth one is on Rolio. So it's 1 on Opal, 2 on the other 2. Let's roll out Rolio's first. They hit with a... Remember these numbers and how many hits they get on you because I will have to then roll the damage out. So, Rolio, you get hit with a 16 and a 9.
16 is my AC.
Cool. So you got 1 hit, remember that?
1, yeah.
Gottel, that's 14, 15, 16, 17. We know that doesn't hit. So from 18 was a magic number. Gottel, you're fine. And Opal, that's a nat 1. So it's just 1 hit against Rolio, which is 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Can we act?
Yeah.
With Warcaster. So I'll Guiding Bolt him. Which is 13 to hit.
Yep, that does it.
And 16 points of damage.
You take him out, and I'll let you overkill as well. So 16 points. You do 5 points of damage to the guy next to him, like with splash damage.
I'm going to say, your leader's running away. We're taking you out really quickly. I'd advise for you to leave to the other bandits.
We ain't going nowhere. Not till the boss is down. Not at the very least.
Alright. That's my reaction.
Cool. It is your go.
Okay. That being said, then, 5 minutes. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on the leader.
Okie dokie. I'm not sure because that's a ranged spell attack, isn't it?
120 foot.
But it is a ranged. Does it specify ranged spell attack? Because if it's
Uh,
ranged,
just-
you'll be at disadvantage to cast it if it requires a attack roll.
It doesn't require attack roll. It's concentration with a con save.
Okay, that's fine.
That's it. It's, moonbeam will come in through. The hole is where it got blasted through, and hit him.
So
And
there's
that's a con 14.
So there's a moonbeam coming horizontally through and then vertically.
Yes.
There's a glitch.
Bit of a curve. Yeah, it's a curve.
A graphical glitch. Okay.
It's refracting through that water.
Yes.
Yes,
There we are.
refraction.
That's exactly
Yes.
how it's working. So go on, say what do you want me to do?
It's a 14 con save.
A 14 constitutional saving throw. I've rolled a 9 and his con bonus is a 1, so he failed. Oh wait, sorry, it's the wrong tab. That's the bandit. His con is +2, he still fails.
Okay, so it's 2d10 damage. That's 6 and 8. 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
On the leader.
He's not
On that
down,
one.
but in this moonbeam, you just see him drop to his knees in crippling agony, blood pouring from his nose and his ears. He's still up, but how much longer?
Okay, and it'll take damage again on the start of his turn up with a con save.
With the con save.
Yeah, when it's his turn, he has to do it with a con save.
Okie dokie. Well, Gottel, you are up.
Bonus action. So
Yeah, go on then.
at the Goliath again for the arrow. So it is 21 to hit.
And that's that again, ranged spell attack, because I see you are completely surrounded.
Yeah, that's ranged on that one.
So that's
But I
disadvantage.
believe it is.
If it's range, anything range is disadvantage because you're completely surrounded.
16 on that one.
16, it does hit. Oh wait, does
And
it?
then-
Sorry, I'm on the wrong. Sorry, wrong tab again. Yes, it does hit. Yeah, sorry.
And 7 points of damage. So
7 points on him. Yeah.
on the Goliath.
Yep. He can't resist that this time. So that puts him on there. He's looking bloodied, but he's not. He's still healthy. He's up in the fight. With which point we go to Gottel.
Okay, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on myself and my colleagues. Can I do it on myself and my colleagues?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can do two. Yeah. I'll cast Enhance Ability on those two, and they can have 9 points of temporary hit points, and you also get advantage on Constitution checks.
Thank you.
That's
Nice.
the best I can do to help you at the moment.
With Gottel, like to do
That's-
anything else.
I'll leak a little bit of oil onto the floor.
Okie dokie. We move on to our drow fellow. What was the con save? What DC?
14.
If he fails this, he's dead.
It's half damage.
He's got
If he
1 hit
fails.
point left. I'll tell you that now.
So he's dead then.
Well,
Because even if
oh,
he
if he
passes,
fails,
his
yeah,
con save,
yeah,
yeah,
okay.
he's half damage.
so, regardless, he's there on his knees in this moonbeam, and then silence from him at the very least as he goes down. You've got the one remaining bandit in front of you who's going to potentially advance up the stairs. I'm going to roll a... Let's see. I'm going to roll a wisdom save. Is he going to try and save himself and disengage, or is he going to fight on, knowing that his leader is down, but he still has the Goliath behind him? That is a 2. He is going to use the disengage action and flee in the direction of where the waterfall has now been directed away from. So he's leaving the combat. I'll keep him in if you want to attack him, but he's trying to leave. We come round to the Goliath. The boss is down. Is he going to flee or stand and fight? He is going to stand and fight. And he, knowing the other bandits fled, just turns as, "You fucking coward." He turns back. Unfortunately, he's still engaged with you, Opal. That is an 18 plus 6 on the first one. But only a 2 plus 6 on the second one. So an 8 on the second hit.
So is it for Opal?
This is for Opal. He is locked in with
It's
you.
only the first one that hit.
Yeah, that's fine. 8, 9, 10. That is 12 points of slashing.
Okay.
As he goes down with his axe once more. Opal, you are up.
Okay. So give me a sec. All right. How many was the temporary damage we had? The temporary hit points? 7?
9.
So she will try with her claws again. 24.
Hits.
And he needs to do grapple, a strength check.
Yep. That is fine. That is 14.
It's the same with mine. Does it mean that he passes or?
What was the saying? If it matches, it passes, or something. I don't know. Yeah, if it matches, then it's a pass.
So he passed it, and that's me.
Inspired.
I'll let you have it. You can use inspiration
What?
if you want to.
It's got inspiration, yes. Can I reroll? Oh, sorry, cannot reroll.
It doesn't re-roll. It adds to it.
Oh, how much do I? No, because he is doing the what?
You've
So
got
it's a
bardic
DC.
inspiration.
You just add it. Is it a D4 or a D6?
It's a D6.
D6.
Yeah, but he's doing.
Yeah, but you can add a D6 to your roll.
You've matched strength. If you add a D6, you'll overpower him.
It's not a roll. He's doing a DC save. So it's a strength save for him. It's not a roll.
Are you trying to grapple him?
Yes.
So it's a
Yeah, but it's a save against an ability. So it's a save.
So I did my attack.
Yeah.
Which is successful. So my claws are in him. So now he needs to do a strength check.
It was a save. Right, okay.
Yes, to see if he passes.
If it was a contested strength, then yeah, you could absolutely add it.
Yeah, no, it's not. It is after you put your claws, then he needs to do a saving throw.
Cool. That's fine. In that case, he passes because you're on the same. You've got the remaining 4 bandits that are at the rear. Let's roll. I'm not going to roll with disadvantage yet because the Goliath's still in it. Let's roll and see if they flee or stand. 1 flees, 1 stands, 2 flee, 3 flee. You can have opportunity attacks against 3 of these guys. Well, 1 is going to stay.
All of us.
Yeah, all of you, because they're at your backs.
Fine.
Cool. And I'm going to use Vicious Mockery at one of them.
Cool.
So one of them can give me a Wisdom saving throw. Because I got Warcaster, so I can use it as a reaction.
Me too.
How wise were they? That was a flat 10.
Right, so they can take 4 points of mockery damage on the way out.
Cool.
And they can have disadvantage on any next attack roll if they decide to come back.
Yeah, they ain't coming back, but I'll made a note.
One of them takes 15 points of damage.
He drops to the floor dead as he turns to flee.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
I've got a claw attack and a bite attack. Can I use a bite attack as a... when I do the
Reaction.
reaction? Sorry, it's just my brain is not...
That's all right, buddy.
Yeah, you could turn around. I'd say you could turn around and bite him.
Okay, so how many are they left?
Well, you've got two left.
You got
One's
one to
fleeing,
buy him
one's
at.
staying.
So the opportunity attack, you've got one to do your opportunity attack.
Oh, one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've got one to attack.
Okay, so it's 24.
Yep.
Okay, and then it's... He gets 6 points of necrotic damage.
And he goes down like a sack of shit. So you've just got one bandit behind you remaining. The others, 2 have died and 1 has fled down the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative?
Oh, yeah. You've still got the Goliath and 1 more bandit to face. Rodeo, you're up.
Yeah, so I'll guiding bolt the Goliath.
Yep.
Natural 20.
To hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know the rules. Max damage and roll it out.
So max damage is 24.
Tell us how you kill him.
Again, I'm going to go for a headshot and blow his head off like I did with the mage in the pirate cave.
Cool. Yeah, you release the spell and his head the energy just blows it clean off across the room, and he falls slumping to the floor in front of Opal. The one remaining bandit, seeing this, is going to turn tail. You can have an opportunity attack on him. Anyone.
I've still got my bonus action, so I can still
Yep.
do that. That is 17 to hit.
It does.
And 6 points of damage.
He's bloodied, but he's not down.
Can I hunt him?
Yeah.
So
Well, say
I've got...
he's legging it. You've got an opportunity attack to stop him. So it's not going to be hunting, but
I will use my claws.
yeah.
16.
He's got a natural 1. Why don't you tell us what you do to him?
So I'd like him to do a grapple like a strength saving throw, because I want to drink him.
Yeah, all right. Well, you've got him down anyway. You've got him down with your claws.
Okay, so I drain him.
Cool. And you're happy. And I would say that how many hit points did he have left? You can take 5 hit points back.
Oh, it's fine. I'm full because I regenerated.
Oh, well, there you go. So you could have had his remaining 5 back. Well, you can take those 5 as temporary hit points then.
Okay, thanks.
And with that, one guy has fully fled, but you are left alone in the sewers with a crumbled tunnel at the other end.
So much for our agreement.
Also, I think we need to let somebody know because the pirates are back, even though they said they're leaving.
I think they
they're
might.
aware.
I think they might have heard that bang.
Yeah, I think you.
Can we?
Go on.
Is the ship still there, or is it buggered off?
You can't see it. You can't see far enough down that tunnel anymore to know.
Got you. Right. Yeah, I am a little bit dented. I'm going to have to spend a couple of hours down at the workshop with a toffee hammer.
Yeah, me too.
Everyone's a bit dinged up, I think, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, apart from Opal, she's got her health back.
She's happy.
Is it
She's fully in blood and happy.
Is it worth taking a short rest, Rolio? Catch our breaths and,
I definitely need to. I
I mean,
don't
would
know.
that be,
I don't know if we should get back to the surface realistically. If the pirates are attacking, we should be
Yeah.
there. I can hear you. We
To
did
aid
agree with
you-
that, didn't I?
To aid you in your decision making, this was the final episode in this particular story arc, this chapter. There are questions to be answered in the beginning of the next chapter. I am quite happy if you would like to say, as we are also coming towards the end of the session anyway, if you would like to say, we're going to return to the surface. We will begin the next episode on a new day with a new chapter. So you have questions to ask, I'm sure. And you'll also begin with a level up.
Nice.
Righty
All
ho.
helps being.
I need to do the custom sheets up for Rolio and Opal so that your level ups become easier.
Yep.
Obviously the custom classes. But if you want to do that, we've got 10 minutes left in it. If you want to role play anything out, if you want to go and say we want to go here and do this, do that, you can. Otherwise, like I say, we'll begin a brand new day, and Gottle that by all means could have gone to the blacksmiths and the artificers.
I guess we could search the fall and see if they got any incriminating evidence on them.
Yeah.
I'm
And
going
where
to miss this step
the
over to the captain and leader. Okay. I'm the captain.
I'm going to check out the mage then.
I
Yeah.
think we should check also their camp to see if they have any information or anything.
So, I mean, what you find down here is there are letters. There are, letters between this chap. What was his name now?
Darius.
Darius. There are letters between Darius and Robert where there were like agreements drawn up, like we'll dump X amount of black powder in your holding, and then we'll distribute it on this day to underneath here. It looks like it was designed to be coinciding with the games. If you remember, we mentioned there were leading up to the games happening in the amphitheater type thing, or the arena. Sorry, and it all looks like it was coinciding with that to be like a big thing where they weren't just going to take out the government building; they were going to take out as many people as they could in this arena by taking it out from underneath. So that was a plan.
With the letters and stuff, could I use my forgery kit and my extremely good skills as a bard to write a to-do list on the back of one of them saying to-do list, kill Robert's parents, trying to make it look like an accident?
Yeah, that will be a performance. You've got a tool set, haven't you?
I've got my forgery kit
Yeah,
and my
so-
proficiencies going on there. So,
you've got your proficiency, you've got your so performance with the proficiency on top.
so that'd be a 14.
A 14. It will absolutely be a passable admission of guilt.
And in that case, I'm going to take that note back to the surface with me.
So make a note. You have a letter from Robert. I'm making a note myself. So I'm going to put here Gottle. Letter from Robert, written in a similar style to Darius writing, incriminating him.
If that's the case, then I'm going to search Darius's body for proof of him being him. Like a personal memento that I can give over.
He's got like a sovereign ring on his finger you could take off, and that's a mark of Darius. That is him. It's got like the Bones Crew symbol, like the skull and crossbones type thing, that tattooed they have.
Yeah, because I'm not going to carry his head around.
No, that's fine. Yeah, he's got a ring with that on it.
Has he got anything else worth taking?
Oh, he's got a pouch of like 5 gold in it. Nothing spectacular.
Right. I think that's taken care of one of the issues we had.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the arrangement with the pirates still holds, what with them blowing up this shit. But
I doubt it.
we'll see later. But if it does hold, or if we can get it to hold again, we now have absolute proof of what really happened that night.
The only thing I'm worried about is obviously our young friend Opal here took him out, which was claws and teeth on the bodies. I don't know how far Roberts looked at his parents' bodies.
We did arrange them and slash them up a bit so it looked like a bit of a vicious attack with that they'd done themselves, but that was obviously dressed up by Darius.
We can always
Maybe his
decapitate.
Goliath did some damage.
Also,
Yeah,
if we want to hit the evidence, we can just decapitate them where my bites are.
Oh no, the body's already gone. Buried his parents.
So
Oh, do you mean the other one?
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Like, we can always say that the person who attacked us was moving like a vampire.
Plenty of them around.
Great. So,
Yeah, I think we go back to the service and see what's going on up there now.
Yeah, I mean,
so
you do make your way back up. You've I'll have a look at your drawings in a moment. You do make your way back up through the tunnels that you came by, and yet you meet the three watchmen who are waiting for you. They heard the big bang. They were concerned, but as you didn't call for them, they didn't do anything about it. They just waited patiently to hear through the sending stones, which they take back from you, by the way. And they help you back out. They lead you back up to the surface. And on the surface, there is a lot of, because of you come out onto the docks, and this exit is, it's outside of the city. If you looked at the world map, where have I put my world map to, or the map of Meneth, it's basically an exit of the sewer that goes into the estuary. So it's north of Porthbury along that sort of river part a ways. Not too far up. It didn't take you too long to get there. A couple of hours of travel underground, but through these tunnels. But it was big. It was a big bang, loud bang. But nobody knows what. There's a lot of murmurings. There are people who are coming in on fishing boats and that. A lot of murmurings of what was that? What was that loud bang? And there's smoke and all sorts coming from where that exit is. And some people are going, well, something seems to have happened at the sewer exit and all that sort of stuff. But no one seems to have seen anything out of the ordinary. If you'd mentioned pirate ships, like the fishermen that who were up early to start their day were like, oh no, they left hours ago.
Right, so we can't see the ship.
Can't see the ship. But
interesting.
As I say, that's a good place to leave it. It's a nice little cliffhanger. It'll be the start of a new chapter of the story. You've stopped the whole black powder under the thing going off.
Gunpowder trees in the plot.
Yeah, you've stopped all that. And like I say, you get a level up.
Nice.
So,
but I don't touch it until I get my sheet.
Yeah, well, once I sorted out your sheets, we got.
Yeah.
So obviously, listeners, watchers, we do have a short break again as Gottel is going on a holiday, tenting it somewhere in Meneth. So yeah,
going on a short comedy tour.
A short comedy tour of Orofan, the Jade Mountains, and the Red Steppe.
That's 2 weeks then, is it?
2 weeks of holidaying.
Nice.
I think I said, because, so for people watching, listening, we will have a new face joining us next time. Now, if Gottel was in agreement with my guesstimation, I said I believe we'll be picking it up again on the 12th of September.
We definitely won't be.
5th of September.
I'm in Poland on the 12th of September.
So Gottle's comedy tour will have ended, but Rolio's tour of Poland will have begun.
Yeah, I'm back on the Saturday.
Okay. So, sometime in September, we will be returning with the next arc, and a
So if
level
it's
up
12,
and a new
26th, won't
The 26th of September, if that's when it is, that's when it is.
No, it's
Because it would be
19th.
Oh my god.
no, it'll be Sword Coast
We
on the
have
19th.
Sword Coast on alternate weeks, Ben, right? Unless you want.
Forgot about that.
So,
How
So-
dare you? How
No,
dare
I'm
you?
sorry. So what I mean is, no. Wait, because I've got the. So today is the
dear.
15th. Okay, so the 22nd is Short Coast. The 29th
would have
is.
been this, but Gottle's away.
Yeah. Then 5th is the Short
Would have
Coast.
been
Then
Sword Coast.
12th is Amion. Then 19th is Short Coast. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the 5th will be the Sword Coast because I'll be back.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Then the 12th we are not playing, and then I see.
Oh, hold on. No, now I'm confused. Oh my god.
Sorry.
This is terrible. Right, hold on. Let's have a look. So I said the 12th, but you said you're going on the 12th.
I'm going on the Monday, but I'm back on the Saturday.
Right. This is really interesting for people watching and listening, but we've got to get this schedule sorted out. I'll probably end up cutting all this out, and then I'll just say, we're going to play on. In fact, I'll put a cut in there for podcast. I'm sorry, YouTube, you're going to put up with this. So the 12th, you'll be away. The 19th would be Sword Coast, which is fine.
Yeah.
So yes, the 26th of September is going to be the next Amion. So it's a bit of a wait, but it will be worth it, I promise. And like I said, we'll have a new face joining us.
6 weeks.
It just ramps up the anticipation that little bit more.
Exactly. Something to look forward to going into the months of Burr. So thank you very much for playing. Thank you for watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to us. We will see you again in about 6 weeks' time. So there's something for you to look forward to. Again, thanks everybody. Have a pleasant evening. See you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.